According to Vivek Murthy, the U.S. Surgeon General, 1 in 4 adults report feeling completely isolated from others. But you can be sitting 3 feet from someone you love, hear them ask what is wrong, look down at the floor, rub your thumb against the edge of your sleeve, and still not be able to answer. And here is the part people miss. You are not ignoring them. You are not trying to win. You are not cold. You are hurt, and the door inside you has already shut. Over the next 10 minutes, you will understand why some people go silent when pain hits, why pressure makes that silence worse, and how to tell the difference between someone punishing you and someone trying not to fall apart. And if this already feels too familiar, do the small thing people do when they hear the truth too early. Stay. Let this video run like someone sitting beside you without forcing you to talk. Because the real question is not why you go quiet.
The real question is who taught your body that speaking was unsafe. You were not always like this. There was a time you were the one who explained everything, fixed the mood, sent the long message. You were the translator, the peacemaker, the person who noticed the tiny change in someone's face before anyone else did. You apologized first. You softened your words. You stayed up with your phone in your hand, rereading what you wrote, trying to make sure one sentence would not start another fight. Then something changed. You spoke, and they laughed it off. You cried, and they called it dramatic. You tried to explain, and somehow you became the problem. So your body started taking notes. It learned that words could be twisted. It learned that honesty could be punished. It learned that opening the door too fast could let the wrong person walk straight in. And one day, you did not pick up the phone. And the world did not end. It got quieter.
Stephen Porges, a professor of psychiatry at the University of North Carolina, described this through polyvagal theory. In simple words, your nervous system has different modes. When it feels safe, you can talk. When it feels threatened, you fight, run, or shut down. So when you go silent, it is not always a decision. Sometimes your body reaches for the only tool that ever worked. But here is where people get it wrong. Silence does not mean nothing is happening. So what is actually going on behind that closed door? You see their name light up on your phone, and your shoulders rise before you even read the message. You tell yourself you are being ridiculous, but actually, your body recognized a pattern before your mind found the words. It remembers the tone, the timing, the way a normal question can turn into a trap. The cost is that you can become suspicious even when someone is safe. You are so good at spotting danger that peace can feel unfamiliar.
You come home from a normal dinner and sit in your car for a while before going inside. You tell yourself you're just tired, but actually you spent the whole meal scanning the room. You noticed who went quiet, who forced a laugh, who looked annoyed for half a second. For everyone else, it was dinner. For you, it was work. The cost is that you may miss simple joy because your brain is busy doing security. Someone asks, "What do you mean by that?" And suddenly your mouth goes dry. You tell yourself you should answer faster, but actually your system is trying to sort 10 feelings at once without making the situation worse. You are not empty. You are overloaded. The cost is that people may think you do not care, when caring is exactly why your words are stuck. Stop. Before we go further, everything you have heard so far is not a compliment in pretty packaging. These are real adaptations of your psyche.
They helped you survive certain rooms, certain voices, certain kinds of love that did not feel steady. But survival skills are expensive. You delete a message after typing it 3 times. You tell yourself it is better to say nothing. But actually, you were trying to avoid giving someone a weapon. You have seen what happens when the wrong person gets access to your softest sentence. The cost is that good people may never get the chance to know what is really happening in you. You are in an argument, and the other person follows you from the kitchen to the hallway, asking why you will not just talk. You tell yourself you are the problem, but actually, pressure is making your nervous system lock harder. Every demand feels like someone pulling on a door that is already jammed. The cost is that the person who wants closeness may accidentally become the person you need distance from. And that is the hardest part. Your silence can protect you from harm, but it can also confuse the people who are trying to love you better. So how do you know when silence is protection and when it has become a wall? But here is where it gets complicated. Some people use silence to punish. They disappear to control the room. They make you beg for basic contact. They enjoy watching you panic. That is not what we are talking about. We are talking about the person who goes quiet and hates that they go quiet. The person who wants to explain but cannot organize the words. The person who sits on the edge of the bed with their hands locked together, hearing everything, feeling everything, and still looking impossible to reach. But even if your silence came from pain, it can still hurt someone else. That is the part you have to be honest about. Your nervous system may be protecting you, but the other person may be standing outside that door feeling abandoned. They may not know whether you need space, whether you are done, or whether they just lost you. So here is the language shift. Silent treatment is control. Quiet processing is recovery. That difference matters. This is not only for people who grew up in loud houses. It is for anyone who learned that the safest answer was no answer. It is for the person dating someone gentle and still bracing for impact. It is for the friend who leaves the group chat when things get tense. It is for the partner who wants to stay but needs a way to step back without disappearing. A closed door is not always rejection, but if nobody knows when it will open, even love can start to feel locked out. And here is what nobody tells you. The goal is not to become loud. The goal is to become reachable. If you are watching this and wondering if something is wrong with you, hear me. You are not broken. You are not heartless. You are not impossible to love.
You are someone whose body learned to close the door before the damage got worse. And now you can learn something new. Not all doors have to stay shut. Some can have a small light under them, a sentence, a signal, a way to say, I cannot talk right now, but I am still here. The Harvard study of adult development has followed lives for over 85 years, and its main finding is simple. Good relationships are one of the strongest predictors of health and happiness. Not the biggest crowd, not the busiest phone. The right people. The safe people. The people who can handle your pause without turning it into a war. So if your circle got smaller but safer, you are not doing this wrong. If you need space before you speak, you are not failing. If you are learning to say, I need a little room, but I will come back, that is growth. And if you love someone who goes quiet, do not chase them like they are running from you. Step back. Lower the pressure. Let them know the door does not have to open right this second for love to still be standing there. Guard the door. If this gave you the permission you did not know you needed, press the button below whose name I will not even say. You know which one. And write one word in the comments. What does your silence usually mean?